was actually pretty good.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. Huh? Why are you taking my thing, bro? This is episode 3, right? This is episode 3. What's crazy is they're hits.
Yo, we got any more backpacks there, dog?
No. Anyway, I'm Shaq.
What up, it's Flacco, yo? 2 Broad Cheese. Why is that? Screw up, Perez.
And we're the boys from DailyNoise. Young Bix 9.
Yo, touch my shit, dude. Touch my shit. Nah, hold on, you're not getting on the stone.
Oh, okay. I'm getting on the stone, bro.
Nah, man, come on.
Where'd you get your jewelry from, dog?
What do you really think about him? 6'9". Daniel Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez. What's your opinion on Mr. Hernandez, fellas?
I don't really feel like I do have an opinion on him. I don't really feel like he's he's not a good person, bro, to be honest. Like, he portrayed so many, like, people that he's really not.
You don't like me, come test my gangster.
I'm south. We gonna do what we about.
Nah, go ahead.
That cool. Dummy.
Rappers,
He's such a good troll, though. But yeah, I fuck him.
He is. I mean, he's good for Instagram, but, like,
fuck him.
so how do you guys feel about, like, his situation now? You think he's really gonna get out?
Yeah, for sure. I think so.
If he's snitching, he'll be out eventually, I think.
Yeah, he's fucked up because they're trying to make it seem that he's not credible.
But then all the people around him snitch too. Then Shotty snitch as well, which is like one of
His manager?
Yeah, people, but the main guy, main mastermind behind everything.
So my thing is, like, being put in that situation, what would you guys do? Like, you're facing like 20 plus years.
Bruh,
a lot of people act real tough, but when they get put in that situation, like,
you really don't know how
people fall.
His whole thing was an act, though, so it's like
Like he
did what he's supposed to do.
He's not like
from
that,
the video that was released, it looked like they were really gonna kidnap him. He thought that they were gonna kill him or whatever. Maybe they did try to like really kill him.
Open the door. Let me open it. Get in the car. Get in the car. That's what I'm doing. Get the fuck in.
Kill him. At that point, like, are you snitching or are you like trying to defend yourself against murder suspects and shit like that? It kind of gets like these people try to kidnap you. They were gonna kill you straight up. So like, what do you want to happen to those people? You're gonna handle it on the street on your own? I guess you can, but if you already got caught up and shit, I don't know that
and you're
shit
not even from that though. Like he was not
far
a
from
street guy, so.
But we all knew this, like, so people like Casanova, people like Fat Joe, people like Charlemagne were telling him like, oh bro, like, you need to chill out.
What makes you think it's a persona?
Because you know what persona means?
Yeah.
What does persona mean?
Like an act.
No, that's not what it means.
So, boom, stupid.
Calm down,
You need to calm down. Like, when he was on the Breakfast Club, it was so crazy.
Now listen to this. Nah. I let my nuts hang, right? Boom. There's a difference between being gangster and being stupid. Boom.
Like, I rewatched the interview, and Charlemagne was like, I hope to see you next year here. And he started laughing. 6ix9ine was like, yeah, bro, you are. And he's not.
It's just crazy because imagine how much money he's making trolling. So to stop, it's like I'm pretty sure it just got way out of.
Mind you, we really only know what was put out there, so we don't actually know what the real details were. But even then, from the details we do know, like, they did him dirty too. Supposedly they were like, smashing his baby mama and like doing him dirty.
And they stole
like taking money from him,
money.
a lot of his concert money.
Yeah, he was getting extorted.
Yeah.
But you should know this, bro. Like, coming into
Maybe that's why he blew up. Maybe he blew up because of the extortion and they were putting
That's
him
what it
on
was.
and he was able to use that credibility. So like at the end of the day, what goes around comes around.
So you get what he's saying.
But what I don't understand is that, like, all right, why are all these other people getting exposed and brought into it?
He puts out there,
the less time
better for his case. He's trying to get out.
They go good with Olive, yo. Stop.
Nah, they're good. I mean, honestly, I feel like we should just give them away.
Let's give them away. They gave them to us.
Size of it.
Run it.
They're 11. I don't know. I feel like somebody has to like, comment, subscribe, follow all 3 pages. I don't think that's a lot, though.
Something simple.
Something simple.
It doesn't have to be their size.
If they really like us and they really, enjoy like what we talk about, I feel like this is not bad, especially for these. These are easily like $300-$400.
In that condition, brand new is like $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want a pair of 350 moon rocks, size 11, just like, comment, subscribe, and follow all 3 pages, and DM one of the pages. More than likely DM daily. And
But the words.
oh yeah,
Words.
So
First word, Jesus.
Jesus.
Stay tuned for the rest.
I love Jesus. Like, what does Cardi B and Jim Jones have to do with the whole situation?
I mean, we don't know.
Yeah.
That's the thing, we don't know. They've been brought up, but we haven't really.
Now people think Jim
Big
Jones is
no
an
idea.
informant.
Come on, bro. And like
It's
I was listening to Joe Buddy. He was like, bro, Jim Jones has been saying this for like years. He's been like, yo.
Top 3 artists? Joe Budden?
No, yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah, top 3 artists. He was on my list. He's top 3 greatest artists of all time. But he was like, he's been saying this for years. Like, people are tapping my phones, and nobody took him serious until now. And it's like, bro, okay, now we actually take you kind of serious because you're in a situation now that you have to defend yourself when somebody's saying that you're part of a blood gang. Even though we all knew Jim Jones was a blood. And Joel Santana.
But he also like avoided jail time earlier in the year with gun charges. So now, so it looks kind of like, oh, how did he get off of that? Like, how did he get away? So a lot of people are now thinking that he's an informant too.
I mean,
Nah, but we're just assuming and shit. Like, we actually know that this man's on the stand right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's
I just
testifying
think he's
against
trying
people,
to,
and he's bringing
he's
people
trying to
from.
give out as much stuff. Like the 3rd day, the judge kept telling him like, "Yo, that's enough." After he started answering,
Yo, stop
The memes are crazy.
Good. Like you're fucking stop enough.
Yo, you're a free man. That's it. You want to say anything else?
But imagine if you're on his side, if you're in his position, you have to deliver. Because if not, they're gonna be like, "Well, you didn't bring in enough
You have to
people."
over-deliver. if
Boom,
anything.
yeah. So
100%
he's
make
trying
sure.
to like, yo, I'm giving. It's better to overspend in his case, right? Because he
But-
can't lose other than not getting out. So
So-
he has to try to like give them more info and hope that something hits.
something sticks. So my thing is like, he gets out. Can he go back to New York? Can he go back to living a regular lifestyle?
Nah.
T.I. said he could.
Witness protection, maybe? I mean, maybe not New York, but I think it could come out and have a success like a regular
He
life.
literally broke down an entire like gang organization.
100%.
Like he broke it down in court. So his case is different than like when you snitch on.
I think his
someone
life
that's
is gonna
regular.
be on the line though, for sure.
They're talking about witness protection. They're talking about cutting his hair. They're talking about taking off all the laser removal, like for his tattoos and everything, making him a brand new person. Like Daniel Hernandez, 6'9" is not even a thing. No more.
Renaming him.
He's gonna be
Well, yeah, that's how it
a whole new
works.
person.
Imagine they wanted
You go
to
somewhere
kill
where no
him.
one knows you.
Exactly.
They wanted a super violator.
I wonder if he still has a lot of money. He has to.
Which is why they brought him in the first place to help him.
Yeah.
So releasing him isn't gonna help him. Those feelings haven't changed. If anything, they got worse. Now that he has.
Well, part of the
snitched.
deal was he snitched, and they promised to like protect him.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
gonna do
So you don't need the money to get
Yeah.
away. They're gonna take you away.
place him where he's got to go. And that's pretty much it.
So you have two sides of the stone when it comes to like celebrities. You have people like Tory Lanez that are like, I miss dude. You know what I mean? Like he was cool, he was a good guy. But then you have people like 50 Cent who's like, or Fat Joe.
Fat Joe says
He's dead to me, bro.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean? When he comes out, he's
It all
dead to me.
depends on what side of the troll you were on. You get me? Like, did Tory ever get trolled by him? I don't think so. So he has no issue with it.
Yeah.
But if you're someone like Chief Keef,
Fuck Chief Keef. Fuck Lil Reese. Fuck all them niggas. Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck my nigga. This fucking Treyway.
you're like, oh fuck that guy.
Chief Keef and Trippie.
Yo, fuck all your dad homies, nigga. I don't give a fuck who I'm talking about. Fuck all them niggas, nigga. Fuck
Who you talking about?
Fuck you
Who you
and your
talking
dad
about?
homies.
Trippie, I can understand that, but I mean, 50 made a song with dude.
But even then with Trippie's situation, wasn't it all like fake beef? Because they were part of the same label or whatever.
To
Some
be
whole-
determined.
We don't even know.
I don't even
Allegedly.
know.
Allegedly. Yeah.
But he was like in the bed with his baby mama.
Yo, babe, look at this shit.
It is fuck 6'9", it's fucking Treyway.
You right, babe. Fucking Bobs.
But that's like a whole
Whole different topic.
Yeah, that's a whole different topic. I really think that his life is over.
If Rocky's lawyer got murdered,
Anything's
And it was in
possible.
anything's possible.
And he was in a whole different country.
Yeah, I know it's a different country. Yeah, it's a whole
And he was in a whole different country. I feel like his life is over just as fast as it started. Like to transfer over to another topic, I feel like that's how AB is kind of living right now. As fast as his career blew up in this 1 year, not even a year,
Like
what,
in
3
months.
3 months? 3 months, it like crumbled.
Huge roller coaster.
Crumbled. He went from all-star damn near
He was
MVP.
the star of Hard Knocks.
In Drake,
Right.
in Drake videos and shit. Like
In Drake
everything.
videos, fantasy pick number 3,
Ballers.
Ballers. He's in the intro to Ballers. Like that's crazy, bro.
Trending on social media for every single haircut that he ever got.
Exactly. Like AB was the standard football player. It was him and then like Odell. But then like it was really AB.
Whoa. Julio? No respect for Julio.
But nobody really pays attention to him.
Nah, I mean,
Julio, I feel like he's like
another
like a
breeder.
secret star.
Yeah,
he
he's
doesn't care to like. He doesn't care for the kids.
He's not like AB and
not flashy.
Odell.
And he had a down year last year, so
He don't really score touchdowns.
scored like one touchdown
this
last
year.
year.
Yeah, this year.
Julio.
Oh.
I had him in fantasy. I would know.
and then
Nah,
for,
you're talking about that was a couple
Last
years
year.
ago.
Nah.
Last year he only had like 2 touchdowns,
Last
bro.
No, last year Julio Jones?
He had 2 touchdowns
He
last
had
year.
like
No,
1 or 2 touchdowns.
fact check. Oh my god. Get out of here.
Julio Jones
last year had like maybe 0 touchdowns up to like the 9th week. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. Julio finished with like 8 touchdowns last year.
He had 4 touchdowns last year.
Oh, all right.
How do you feel?
But y'all-
Wait, hold on.
Divided.
0.
8 to 4.
I said 2.
I
We're
said
all
2,
wrong.
I said 2.
I think we were all
And
wrong.
2 of those were probably in the
4
playoffs.
touchdowns? I still think it was more.
16 games.
He didn't, bro.
I
He's
think-
a,
wow.
Julio
Let me
is a
double
yards.
Let me triple check.
Julio is a yards machine. Receptions are machine.
we ain't even finished on AB.
No, I'm not letting this get
Oh no,
through.
he had 8 last.
8. Thank you.
8 still total.
But you guys just went from 0.
I said 2.
He had 0 touchdowns.
Damn, I have to take that divided back.
That's what I said.
I said 2.
8 touchdowns.
I said 2.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
as fast as he got that notoriety is as fast as it went. You know what I mean? He went from Pittsburgh, from not liking his situation, to the Raiders, and then he got this helmet fiasco. Then he got an endorsement deal off the helmet. Then first he got like the cryo burn on his feet.
Oh yeah, he got the
Frostbite on his feet from cryotherapy.
Crazy.
And then ended up getting released from the Raiders. Not even traded, getting released from the Raiders. Then picked up by the Patriots, and the Patriots said, all right, we're gonna sign you for $9 million. All right, bet. Got signed for $9 million, played 1 game. They were like, then all of a sudden touchdown. Then all of a sudden a rape case comes out of the blue. Then he farted on his doctor. That shit blew.
Do you? I mean,
That shit blew me right there. I was like,
A lot of
hold on, wait a minute.
details from his shit is just weird.
It's
Like,
too
you
much.
gotta think he's being targeted to an extent.
half the shit's
And you said that the other day, and I kind of believe
I don't
it.
know, man.
Let me ask you
I think
something. Let me ask
a
you
lot
I'm
of
not trying to
allegations.
defend him or anything, but yo, you gotta look into
How
that.
do you
The farting shit got me.
The farting shit it's blatant. It's just a fucking video.
how do you
Clearly farting. Okay.
but how do you
Yo, if a dude comes into the shop and he farts in you pressing charges?
Nah.
I'm not pressing charges. I just don't get the
It
fuck
wasn't
out.
even in his face though. The
But I
dude
feel
was
the
like,
type of way.
I know, but you gotta be
That's
pissed.
disrespectful.
how do you
Charges
let
are fine. Come on.
someone back without them noticing?
bro, she noticed. Like, I don't care what she says.
That whole story doesn't.
It makes no sense.
She heard it. Something.
Then they were still they were still cool with each other after he nutted on her back.
He's
but she
posting
said, "Oh, I
pictures
don't-
of them together.
I just nutted on you, bro. But we still cool?
Doing their secret handshake.
How do you?
What do y'all think? Never mind. I'm gonna ask that question.
You gotta be there for a little while to be able to
Somebody
know.
nutted your back.
Yeah,
They look like they were
It
doing
ain't like a quick
like
one.
a
Ain't you
special-
ran up on someone? Just, oh, yo.
Right, exactly. It's not a HBO special. Just let it go.
That's some
The
Dave
whole thing
Chappelle
is just
shit.
weird.
Right,
That's some Dave
exactly.
Chappelle shit. Ah! That's some Dave Chappelle shit.
The whole
Gotcha.
They're seeing that.
Bro, it made no sense. And then he's gonna text the girl and like make threats to her and her mom, talking about like wild, crazy, like, oh, like, you better leave me alone, and cursing around and all this other stuff. And then the Patriots found out about it, and then he got dropped.
Ever since that whole like mustache dye job thing.
Well, that was on the LeBron show, right?
Yeah. Ever since then, it's
Shop.
just been
It's been downhill. Yeah.
downhill since then.
When that happened, they were talking about how it seems like he has CTE stuff. Like he's just out of it. Like,
And we were talking about that.
Like the same-
On
And then look at
episode
everything
2.
that
and
followed
then everything that's
after.
been happening is kind of like.
On episode 2, we were talking about mental health and how we feel like he's either a genius or he's crazy.
Yeah.
In the sense of all the stuff that is going on.
1 week later is more crazy than genius, but yeah.
Yeah, I would say he's kind of crazy now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say he's kind of crazy now. I don't think he's really like genius worthy. I mean, it seemed like a smart move to go to the Patriots and then get that 1 year deal with the option of going into like a $30 million deal the next year. But they just, if the Patriots can't handle you, I feel like it's over.
Yeah.
So what's next? What's next?
Everybody.
What's next for AB?
He's going back to college.
Yeah, going back to Central.
I think he'll play again. I think
I don't think
once everything gets cleared up. I mean,
He said no, but
They'll have to
Investigate,
serve like a
yeah.
suspension, and then he'll play for
next
some team. You sure you want to give these away?
Give him away, man.
All right.
Me
so
personally, I'll keep it.
the second word is.
My thing was, AB's a millionaire. He has a lot of money. All this other stuff. Well, I think he has a lot of money, and he's going back to school. What do you think his reason is?
He ain't in the NFL anymore. He needs a hobby. Hey, Nick Cannon, same thing with Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon went back to school.
Point.
And what's the point?
What's the point?
Who knows? But I think he's trying to make a statement. Like, yo,
Or
fuck this.
He doesn't need the
It's
NFL.
a good look for him.
I'm gonna better myself. Yeah, exactly.
It's better than what we've been hearing and seeing about him. It's refreshing to see that he's going back to school. Although he's dealing with all this, he still has the
He wants to
Still
better
finding a way to
himself.
better
That's good
himself,
news.
yeah.
That's good news. That's
As-
positive news.
As you guys being business owners and owning multiple businesses, do you feel like it's necessary to go to school in order to be successful or own your own business? I know each of us have done some type of schooling or have graduated, but do you feel like it's necessary to be successful and go to school?
Nowadays, I would say no. Like, you don't need to, but you know,
I recommend it. You don't need to.
you could better yourself by going, but you don't need to go. Like,
When you're 18 years old, what else are you gonna do anyway?
yeah, exactly.
But I feel like there's a lot of 18-year-olds.
Why not go to
Why
school?
not go until
Yeah.
you figure out?
Unless you
School
can't afford
teaches
it.
you discipline, so it doesn't even have to be like whatever major you're doing. For example, in my case, I'm a bio major, and I'm selling shoes and clothes. So, but it did better me and made me a better human. And in their cases, it is business, and I'm pretty sure, right? You guys had business majors, and
It
How
definitely
you
benefited.
do
Yeah,
business.
I mean, I went to school for business. It helped me, but I could have learned all that stuff hands-on also. So it's not like I needed it.
It's a good head start. because-
Depends
It's always a good base,
on your
definitely.
field too. Like if you're trying to save lives, I need you to know what you're doing. So
Yeah.
go to
But
school.
I feel
if
like-
you're doing something that's more like hands-on, then you don't really need to go to school, but
If you-
you need to master what.
If you're going for a specialty, then go.
Yeah,
But I feel like it's more so. It's designed to structure you because we've been this way for so long. You know what I mean? We've been bred to wake up early, go to class, eat lunch at this time,
But now-
go to sleep at this time.
Now I feel like a lot of people are getting their degrees and then they're getting beat out because it's about who you know.
That's the thing. Times
Exactly.
have changed. It's not the same.
Yeah,
It's not the same. And my thing is, I get upset a lot too because when we were all in school, they tell us like, listen, you're gonna go for this, and then you can take out loans while you're going to school to pay for school. But if you're 18, you can't take out a $50,000 business loan to start your own business. But you can take out a $50,000 college tuition loan to help pay for your schooling, which makes no sense because
It's kind of like you're built to fail.
exactly, you're built to fail.
You're
But
set up to fail.
when you graduate, you're more than likely you're not gonna find a job a year after you graduate, and your loans kick in a year after you graduate. So it's kind of like what are you doing?
Well, like George was saying though, like some specialty fields, like it's that head start, like they're gonna be placing you somewhere in. So like if you're like a doctor or a nurse or something like that, they have you in your final years like working in the hospital.
Internship.
So, and then usually 9 times out of 10, that hospital is gonna offer you a job or something like that, or maybe they won't, but now you have on your resume that you've worked at a hospital, and then
that's a special niche of like medical field though. Every other major is like
It's not like that.
Yeah,
exactly. It's not like that.
It's like it's literally a case by case.
Yeah,
basis.
yeah.
It depends on the person. Depends on what they want.
But as far as you know what AP's major is?
No.
No.
Everyone's story is different too.
Yeah.
So like if you are an athlete, for example, and you still want to go to college and you get into a decent college, you might go for sports management or something.
Yeah.
But
We were-
a few years into that, you might not be in.
Yeah.
That might not be what you want to do.
That's why it's like
So,
it's case by case.
We were talking
it's a
about
lot of trial and error.
this is true. We were talking about like Ronnie Fieg and like how he started off with pretty much nothing. I wouldn't say he started off with nothing. His family was wealthy, but him himself started like with nothing, and he had to build those relationships. And now he's the owner of.
That's the guy with the cereal bars.
Yeah, he makes like cereal
Like
bars.
a bar where you eat cereal at.
He makes fire chocolate too. Shout out Ronnie.
And $12 ice cream.
Exactly.
$12
Too
ice
expensive.
cream.
It is some of the best ones.
It is
Too
too many of those.
I got a
I've had
question.
way too many.
Anywho, I feel like you were saying, it doesn't beat work ethic though. He still had to put in the work to get to where he is right now.
Yeah, you could come from money and still, you know,
Be trash.
be trash and not be humble in a sense and like, you know, not actually have good work ethic and just blow money like it's crazy. But he actually, you know, pretty sure he puts in work no matter how much money he has or no matter how much money his family had. He's still, you know, waking up super early, driven, doing his thing, and obviously expanding his brand like crazy.
And he's making good product, and he's making product collaborations with like
Classic
timeless,
brand, yeah.
classic foundation,
His
like
team has
Polo.
to be
Yeah,
insane.
like,
Like,
no, I mean-
that team, that kid team, it's not just him.
He has a
Like,
vision,
their
man.
No,
marketing-
it's
their
not
marketing
just
is
us.
crazy.
It's not just him.
He has a
it's
vision
us.
that money can't buy. So like,
Yeah, you can't buy a good team, bro.
He's been killing it for a while now. I think if anything, he kind of like took his focus off of the shoes. Like the shoes really got him there.
Got him there, yeah.
And then like at that point, he started veering off into the clothing heavy.
did he go to school though?
You think he went to school?
I
I
mean,
was gonna ask.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that
I
he
would
went to
assume that
school.
he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume that he went to school. Did he go to school for something fashion? No, but I mean, what you learn when
At
you're
least in the
actually,
fashion world, it's more about-
you know, working with these people who've been doing it forever, and you know, cutting patterns and stuff like that. At least from what I see in his Instagram, like he's showing a different type of the manufacturing and a different type of the conception of the product. He's actually like showing color swatches of clothes.
But you've been in this industry for 15 plus years.
Yeah.
And it's really, at that point, it's who you know, not what you know. Because you could have had the same break he had if you would have just met some of the people he had met.
Yeah, but again, he took his
New York
career
is a
path.
different animal,
Yeah,
too.
I took my
New
career
York is a
path.
different animal.
Like I chose what I'm doing in the medical, and I feel like what I do in the medical field, even when I was doing a little bit of consulting and whatnot, like that field was different. And then I have met people in that field that I would say, okay, they're not the Beckman Coulter. You know what I'm saying? It's like Cardinal Health. It's like Cordis, like all these companies like that you don't know, but you look them up in the stock market and they have more money than a Tommy Hilfiger. You know what I'm saying?
Racist.
You know what I know is Striker.
Yeah, Striker's another one. Yeah,
But yeah,
it's like,
let's not
that's a
talk
whole
about
other thing.
the medical
Anyways,
companies.
basically what he did was like he collabed with like the biggest people and shit like that. So like my opportunity was my dad made clothes and shit like that, and my dad was always like, no, I don't want this for you. I don't want you to be doing clothes. Well, here I am later in his old hood where he used to make clothes, and I'm making clothes, and I'm buying shirts that he made and shit like that. But nah, I would definitely, if I had to do it again, definitely go down the path that I went in the medical. And it's crazy, we were talking about school and like my medical experience and the consulting of quality and regulatory affairs and stuff like that has way surpassed my schooling. People don't care about my schooling.
So, but those are all like specialty like fields. You know what I mean? I feel like this day and age, like Skrill was saying, you can learn. YouTube is the king of everything. You can learn how.
YouTube is a college.
It is. YouTube should open up a university and be YouTube University.
That's actually a good idea.
If they do, I need my check.
There's been so many things that like,
DIY college, literally.
Right,
Shut up,
I need my check.
DIY.
Hey, but you had a just to go kind of off topic. You said Tommy Hilfiger. You had a good story about Tommy Hilfiger. But that kind of like blew under my breath. I
he's
said,
not racist. He's not racist.
not
at all.
racist.
To clear it, he's not racist.
But how do you
Not
know
racist.
that? How do you?
He told
Because there was his
Well,
big.
yeah, me-
there was
well,
his big.
He told you himself, he was like,
He
hey,
He literally
hey,
sat there and was like,
Andy.
"No, hey."
By the way,
I am not
When he
racist.
looked at a group of us,
You told a group of you
it
guys?
discredited the whole story.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was the last thing he said. He spoke for 30 minutes about fashion and the impact.
Where was it at? Where was
it was
it
at
at?
Unknown in Edmonton.
Okay.
And at the end of his speech or whatever it is that he was doing, he just stopped the person who was talking. Was like, "Oh, I just want to say one more thing. I'm not racist." That whole story is just made up. It's not real.
Was the story? Did it feel cringy?
Yes, literally.
Yeah,
Everybody was just like,
here.
it was very awkward, but
Yo, what's up, Shaq? My name's Alex, man.
I'm not racist.
I'm not racist. Though.
it was just so weird the way he did it. Because it was literally at the end, everyone was just like.
But that's a stigma that's been going on since like the early '90s.
But imagine this man has been having
It
heard
hurt his
that for
brand.
the past 20
Yeah, it did hurt.
It hurt his
People
brand.
stopped wearing it.
It hurt his brand. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, no, I don't think Tommy Hilfiger is racist. I don't think he would actually say.
It don't hurt
something
Gucci
like-
when Gucci does racist shit and all these other looking.
And they're blatant.
Yeah,
That's blatant racist. His was like,
Yo,
he said that maybe.
a hoax.
They know how to play the game.
But it's crazy because we're the ones who make the brands popular.
Yes.
You wear it, you wear it, you wear it, you wear it, I wear it. No, I'm just saying, but you know what I mean.
Okay.
Like, in the instance of we make the brands hot, we make the brands popular. If we wearing Gucci, if we wearing Prada, we wearing Louis, we wearing Tommy Hilfiger. Tommy Hilfiger in the store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's not racist.
But you know it's racist.
You ain't Tommy down in your boxes?
But my thing
Not
is,
today.
you didn't have Tommy boxers?
Not today.
Polo?
I have Tommy boxes.
Straight Supreme today.
Straight Supreme.
Yes, give Marks in the box.
No, black.
But my thing is like we make these brands hot, we make these brands popular. If we wanted to shut the faucet off, these brands will go dry. Literally,
It's easier said than done, man. It's so easier said than
It's
done.
hard to combat society and what society says.
But also,
is cool.
I had watched an interview or something that they were talking. It was like a podcast I was listening to, and they were talking about how when things like that happen with major brands, is they do that on purpose to kind of like
Controversy, you mean?
urbanize it or unpopularize it for a little bit, so that they can
Because it got too urban?
turn. Yeah, exactly.
These weren't
to turn away the type of clients that, or clientele or like specific people they want to target away, so that they don't have to deal with it.
I don't blame them because at the end of the day, these brands weren't made for us. We adapted them. You know what I mean?
It's just a bunch of people buying.
Wait,
they can't.
Wait, because when you say not made for us, do you mean people with low income, or are you talking about Black people, Hispanic people? Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like one of those things, like
urban people for one.
Yeah.
And then
whatever
in
that-
their mind. So you're talking about in their mind.
In their
so
mind.
it's kind of touchy. It's kind of
In
touchy.
their mind, they're not doing.
They're not doing it
that
for
type of
us.
clothing for the hood and shit.
They're not,
doing
bro.
it for middle class.
And where do you see the most Gucci at? In the hood.
But I feel like a lot of these are blatantly racist, and it's not even about money. When there's people with that has money and
And
they're
it
black and they
continuously
can
happens.
buy
It's
it.
not even like, oh, it happened once.
No, it's every year there's a new
I would
topic.
say at one point, no, yeah, they started making clothes for us because there was a time where Tommy Hilfiger, Nautica, and all of them started making that 3X, that 4, when everybody was wearing the super baggy. So like when you see
Yeah, but
Maybe
I
Tommy,
think
but how about higher
doing
end like
It's like
Gucci?
trolling in a sense, bro.
I
It's
think
like
when
you
they
know
do
you're
that,
gonna
it's
buy
more
it.
like, yo, this is what the
This is
urban
what's hot.
people think is
Or
cool.
not even.
Exactly.
This is what's popular.
You guys
Exactly.
should be
They don't
wearing
care
these.
about
Like,
that.
I don't think they're
It's not
doing
just
that.
urban people in the
Or-
mid 2000s that were wearing baggies. Everybody was doing it.
My thing
They're
is
just going with the trend that makes them money.
I'd rather come and spend my money like someplace like here, you know what I mean, and buy this.
Where's that?
This is
Where'd you
yesterday.
buy that?
Oh, okay.
I bought this like yesterday. It's
You bought
fire.
that yesterday?
I bought this at the venture store yesterday.
We're not racist.
We're
Yesterday.
definitely not racist.
Mike Tyson. I bought this here. And I'd rather spend my money here than go out to like a Gucci and buy a t-shirt that's like $300 that, first of all,
No, we got Gucci.
Yeah, there's
Bootleg Gucci.
that's bootleg though.
For like
That's
money.
the fire.
But I'm not going to the Gucci store and supporting them, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not walking in and saying, let me get this $300 shirt when I can support my guy.
And get a $75
And get a
more
shirt.
fire graphic Gucci bootleg.
Like, any one of these graphics are fire, and I'd rather drop my money on one of these.
And once it's gone,
I heard this
someone
was
else
just
can
20
come
bucks.
Exactly.
and buy another
Yeah, those
same
are 20.
Those are fire.
$20. Other side.
That's vintage.
Fire,
Not vintage.
fire name
Time
drop.
Stuck that
It
one.
is time.
Fire name drop.
Looks vintage. Looks single stitch.
It will be one day.
But my thing is, bro, like, it's either we're gonna come to the conclusion that we have to start making our own brands and wear our own stuff, or we're just gonna keep doing the cycle of what Squirrel was saying. Every year there's gonna be some racist thing, every year we're gonna complain, every year we're gonna be like, we're not wearing their brand, and then we're gonna still wear their brand. We're not gonna wear it for a week, then we're gonna be like, all right, I'm wearing it again because
I wonder
it's
if
cool.
T.I. is wearing Gucci right now. I remember he went on the
Oh yeah, it was
right now wearing
crazy.
Gucci.
It was crazy.
You're gonna have to pick a side. It ain't no gray area here. Either you gonna support the motherfuckers who calling us coons and monkeys, or you gonna stand over here with us and ride so they stop calling us coons and monkeys. Point blank, period.
He probably wearing
He
Gucci.
probably got Gucci, man.
Yeah, I felt like that just came and went.
We were talking about that though.
It's a
And
2-week
like-
spin cycle.
And even if you're against it, someone that you fuck with, and I'm speaking of like, let's say T.I., someone he fucks with is posting a picture with Gucci.
For sure.
100%.
What are you gonna
Well,
do? Not be that person's friend?
Floyd, when all that was happening, he was literally walking to
When he saw the Gucci store, he's like,
and then they're
I
like,
don't
why are you upset about what's going on? He's like, look, I'm not a follower. I do whatever the fuck I want.
But you know what I'm finna go into?
Oh, right. So Gucci, yeah, no, you've been a long time supporter. You still supporting after all controversies?
What controversy? Oh yeah, but you see, we've been in there shopping today.
Look at that. Oh man. Oh yeah, you're not worried about the backlash at all. Look at all the Gucci bags.
Oh man, I'm living life, man.
If I
Exactly.
want to go to Gucci, I go to Gucci. And he was like,
this is a timeless topic just because it's always gonna happen. I feel like it's always gonna happen.
In 6 months, some other company will make some controversial piece.
The Sandy Hook's hoodie.
Yeah, that's already happening.
Yeah, Beastroy. I don't know if you saw Beastroy
No.
from New York. He's an up and coming designer. His IG is Brick Owens or whatever. He did a fashion show where they were wearing some like very vintage style hoodies, and it had like Sandy Hook and all the other like
Sandy Hook with bullet holes,
mass shooting, Columbine, all the mass shootings with bullet holes in the sweater, as like a fashion piece, statement piece.
So it's just like school, like Columbine.
Unless you're donating all the proceeds and doing awareness, but even then it's not.
It's not cool.
And then
even design, you can come up with a better design, memorial.
I don't know if you guys saw.
Or if you're gonna do that, like he said, all the proceeds go to
the
for awareness. But even then, it's like
bullet holes.
It's gotta make it known. It's
in
for
the
that.
same week that we saw those hoodies, there was also an ad going around about like all the kids getting their supplies and stuff like that. It's like, yo,
these new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
About all the kids getting supplies. Like, I got new headphones.
Huge,
we have a
shooting in the background.
making a profit off of these tragedies, and then you have whoever made that ad isn't doing that for profit. They're sending a very big message. And it's crazy how like those two things they were brought out to light almost like one day after another. I saw those hoodies and then I saw that ad. And it's like
back to back. That was
put that ad in the bottom and underneath the video. So they will see. It's a very touching video. It's a very powerful.
So what ended up happening like with his whole line with that specific collection?
No, it just literally just came out. So he's kind of like, I guess, the aftermath of it right now.
My thing is, what goes through your mind to actually create something like that?
I think it's the exposure.
Shock value.
They want
Shock
everyone
value for
to
sure.
like be talking about
As sad as it sounds,
it's
it's publicity.
It worked.
We're talking about it right now, and other people are talking about it
It's
too.
alarming marketing. Like it's like you fucking
Now,
setting off
his
the angel alarm.
longevity because of it, who knows what's gonna happen to him? But it is a topic of conversation right now.
Rather
They could
negative
spin
or
it
positive.
any way. Right now, people are waiting for a response from the guy. He could spin it however he wants.
Well, he's posted stuff saying it's like, oh, this was supposed to be like a statement type thing, because he showed like DMs he's had from people, and he's trying to explain what happened or what the reason.
But you have to.
He's still not donating money.
That's the thing, though. Yeah.
He's still.
But also, we don't know.
We
We don't know
That's
any of, like, literally it's like a one-sided thing too, because we don't know what his actual intent was. We don't know what he's doing with the money. Like, we don't. So,
But you have to know, like, before you
Either way,
even think
shit.
about that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, we don't support that at all. But you have to even know, like, before you even do that, this is gonna be a major, like, narrative.
Oh, he had to have known.
You did that
have
on
to
purpose.
know.
You're doing that on purpose. Like, would we be talking about this
And
guy
even if
if
he
it
did,
was
though,
not
people
for
are-
what he just did? No, we wouldn't have. Like, in order to reach fucking the far corners of marketing, you have to do shit like this at this point. Why? Because we're so desensitized to like most
Everything,
shit.
yeah.
It's like, what are we not desensitized to? All right, let's fucking.
And that's what
play
part
with
of his
that.
thing was, yo, you're mad at this, but you're not mad at the actual things that are happening. Like, you're not mad enough to go and stand in front of your city hall every day to make sure this change. Like,
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense.
Guns are still legal, but you're mad at a sweater with bullet holes in it.
Yeah.
There's two sides.
Still don't fuck with it.
What's the third word?
Third word is king.
King.
K-I-N-G. If you know how to spell. Yo, I forgot to tell you guys. So we're talking about like major events and major things that are going on, like your boy AV, and we touched on
That's your
Ronnie Bridge.
That's my boy. That's my boy. I gotta drop him.
Yeah.
Him, Andrew Luck, everybody. Lamar Miller.
But
give me all of them.
But we didn't touch on one of the most best topics of the week.
Bizarre.
Okay, it's kind of crazy. So I posted on Cultural Noise. Follow us on Instagram. I posted on Cultural Noise that Aaron Carter stated that his brother raped a 91-year-old woman.
What?
That his mother was taking care of. Yeah.
That his mother was taking care of.
Yeah.
So apparently his mother was taking care of. His mother knew, so she covered the whole thing up for years. And then I posted, and Aaron Carter commented, and he said, so this first comment, he went first comment, because he was the first comment.
Classic.
No,
And then after-
verified account.
Verified account. Verified Aaron Carter account.
I saw it.
Yeah, the check is there. It's blue. And then after that, he said, "This is facts, not fiction." And then the likes went crazy. So.
Oh shit.
And it just so happens that he's wearing an Aaron Carter vintage T-shirt right now.
Only found.
Two-sided.
Only found.
Crazy.
That day.
Crazy, man. That's the Tormers too when he was like 12. So I don't know how real it is. He says it's facts, not fiction, but we know Aaron Carter's been up a little. But
more than that, anything.
Nah, he beat Shaq in basketball.
He beat Shaq in basketball?
Yeah, the real Shaq.
Legit.
Not this shit.
So what we gonna do? So for the giveaway, we're gonna say you gotta like Aaron Carter's comment.
The cherry on top.
The cherry
Go
on
to
top.
Culturalnoise.
Culturalnoise _, and that'll be the last thing you guys do to try to win the moon rocks.
Code phrase.
It's pretty simple.
Code phrase.
Code phrase.
Run it down for them again.
So okay, what you have to do is the code phrase.
Code phrase.
You have to like, comment, and subscribe on the video.
That's one step, so now we're 2 steps in.
That's 2 steps. And then they have to like Aaron Carter's comment. The one that says facts, not fiction.
And it's a wrap.
Facts, not fiction.
The shoes are yours.
And that's it. And the shoes are theirs.
Give Aaron Carter hundreds of likes.
Yeah.
He needs.
Show them the shoes again. Make sure they
go.
go.
Where's the shoes?
Shut that.
That's not it.
There you go.
I hate it.
Bam. Bam. Yours.
Everything's clean.
Wow. Here.
Cool. So like we said, like, comment, subscribe,
Show the people what they
follow all 3 pages.
Bam.
Like Aaron Carter's comment.
Shazam.
And we'll go from there.
Pow.
I'm Shaq.
Flock, what up?
Proxy.
Michael.
Skrill.
And we're the boys from DailyNoise. Got water in your beer. It's cool though.
All right, no, you can start. He's recording.
Oh, you're recording?